There's been a lot of talk about school and bus safety since the fatal accident on Route 80 last month that took the life of a teacher and a student. As a matter of fact, many parents are now talking about what they want to do to keep their kids safe, whether or not they should even continue with field trips. The driver in that bus crash has been charged with making an illegal turn, among other things. And one of the parents of a kid who was hospitalized, who is still hospitalized, is now taking legal action against the trucking company. I'm joined now by United States Congressman Josh Gottheimer, who is taking the lead on some safety measures for school buses. Congressman, welcome back to Chasing News. How are you?
Thanks for having me, Bill. It's good to be here.
Two things jump out at me. The bus had seatbelts, number one. And number two, there was a known quantity of this bus driver's bad driving record, the multiple suspensions, etc. What legislation would have prevented what happened?
There's two things. Yes, it seems like he made an illegal turn, the driver. Two things to bring up here. One, on the seatbelt front, only 8 states in the country actually require belts at all. And like New Jersey being one of them, but they're only lap belts, not the 3-point belts, the shoulder belts that we drive around in our cars with. In my federal legislation would require every school bus in America to actually, those big buses drive to school in, actually have seatbelts and also have shoulder belts in addition. In terms of your second question on background checks, and this is a very big and important issue, and one that we've also been working on and sent letters to the state on this of New Jersey, but also the Federal Department of Transportation about big concerns there that you actually could get a license, have a background check, like that a lot of schools now have, but then it could be years that go by, you can renew your license, and if you had a motor vehicle incident, right, you got a violation, school wouldn't know about it.
What about the way this particular driver was handled, where everybody kind of threw their hands up and pointed at somebody else saying, no, as far as we're concerned, he was fine to drive. Here, how does a guy get a license to drive a bus with kids with 14 suspensions?
I mean, I want to know that too, and this is exactly what they're investigating. I'm hearing, like you, all different stories about this, that the school knew, the school didn't know, unclear. I think we're going to find that out. My point should be, there should be rules in New Jersey that actually require that motor vehicle alerts the school, which doesn't happen right now on a consistent basis. If there is an incident, we need to take more proactive measures here because we've got our kids on these buses, right? It makes no sense that they don't have seatbelts, the proper seatbelts, and it certainly makes no sense that we let these people like this driver drive our kids around.
All right, Congressman, thank you. Appreciate the time. All right, let's bring in the A-plus panel for tonight's show to break this down. Jeanette Hoffman, Republican strategist, and Bill Caruso, Democratic strategist. All right, so some parents have even gone so far as to say, hey, we got to change the way we do this. There was one town in New Jersey that actually made sure the bus company changed the bus to make sure that the kids were on a bus with seatbelts instead of without. And some have gone so far to say is maybe we need to slow down on the field trips. You guys are both parents. What do you think? Cancel field trips?
No. I think maybe for a specific school district, as they're getting their house in order, you might have to do that. But I think, no, you want the kids out and doing these things. They're good experiences. It's fun. It's a fun experience for the kids. And as parents, we can tell our kids what to do. Buckle up when you're in the bus.
Obviously, safety is a #1 concern here, but you're just as likely to get in an accident, more so than on a field trip, when you're 5 miles from home. I mean, the statistics show. School districts need to proceed with caution, but don't throw the baby out with the bathwater here. School trips provide valuable learning opportunities for kids. Not everything can be taught in the classroom.
And not just field trips, but the kids who are on sports teams. You know, my son plays football, plays lacrosse. They are traveling all the time, sometimes in peak traffic because of the time of the games.
Of course.
So the question I have is, how do you enforce this?
There's no way to enforce it. I think as parents, that's our job, to remind our kids to do this. And there's some personal responsibility for the child. I don't know that it's going to be the duty of every bus driver.
I think now more than ever, every school district in New Jersey needs to look at their transportation policies, their school bus policies, and their personnel before another one of these accidents happens.
I agree. All right, gotta leave it there. Thanks, guys.